All right, good morning. It is Thursday, and I'll show you what I am doing today. We are working on the 680. I had one of these, this one right here actually. It's kind of dark in here, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but one of the hydraulic hookups was leaking. Here, let me get the whole thing right here. So, one of these hydraulic hookups, where you hook your header up for the hydraulics, was leaking, and I got a new one. I got the tool because, you know, we were paying John Deere whenever one was leaking, I don't know, $400 or $500 to come out here and just turn one out and put one in. So the tool was $70. So I went and bought the tool, and I'm doing it myself for the first time. And but apparently this one right here was bad, because it was, when I was cutting beans, it was leaking pretty good. So right now I am fixing it. Here's what the inside of it looks like. And this is the old one all messed up, and here is a new one right here. Now they got big ones, and then they got the small ones. So this one right here was actually a small one. So you got to take this piece right here out, and that's what was leaking. I don't know if you can see or not, but that's what was leaking. So let me get my phone. Maybe I can shed some light on this or something. There you go. So you got big ones, and then you got a small one. You can see right here. So this one right here was the one that was leaking. As you can see, it's all gritty in there, so it was bad. So there's the old one. It just came out. You can tell that definitely something wrong with that. And then there's the new one right there. It's all housed together. First time I've ever done it. I've watched him do it, never actually did it, but it's not very hard. So I'm going to go get some spray and clean that all up, and put the new one in. I don't know if you'll be able to see or not, because we're in the shop here. In the storage shed, we ain't got no lights in here. So the one thing I wish this place had was lights, and a concrete floor. Of course, we did put this blacktop stuff in here, millings, and packed it down real good, so that really made a difference. But I got some stuff right here. Carb cleaner. Gotta clean it out pretty dang on good. And I got the GoPro or whatever it is out today. I didn't use the other camera because it's humming. So get all this clean around here. But I thought Brian was up here, he just replaced three of them, and I thought we had a couple leaking, and I thought he got them all, but we actually had one more that was leaking. I guess just over time, that kind of stuff happens. And my tractor, I had to put 2 new batteries in it yesterday. Seems like the batteries in this thing only last 2 years, and then they go bad. I tried to get a cutoff switch like the combine has, so when we got it parked away for winter or long periods of time that we're not using it, we can just kill the switch. But with COVID and everything, they didn't have a switch for this. Now my brother, he's got an 8335R. His is a year older. They had one for his. We got that cutoff switch. We haven't put it on yet, but we got it for him. And somehow they mount somewhere up in here, they said, or over here. Somewhere they mount right here on the step thing. But they didn't have one for this tractor. You wouldn't believe, just because they're a year difference, that this one right here actually takes a different one, because it's got a lot more computing stuff on it than the other one did. So they still haven't found one. So as soon as they do, we'll put one on her. I think that'll actually help having the kill switch on it. But I don't know if we're going to use her anymore this year. She's pretty much done. We got the other two hooked up to the implements. I would like to hook the ripper up and do a couple spots, but I doubt we even get to that. Still got a lot of cover crop and wheat to spread. I got vetch here. We're going to put vetch down on 2 farms and try that this year. Here's all the vetch right here. Because it supposedly puts a lot of nitrogen in the ground. That way I can plant corn right into it next year. So I don't know. We'll see. See what goes on. Alright, it's Friday. We are putting vetch out with the turbo till. This is going to be corn next year. And we're going to put vetch on my farm. So my brother, he's over there spreading right now with the spinner, putting vetch out. We don't run our turbo till real fast. We found that it kind of bounces if you go really fast. And then when you come back to planting, you feel it a lot. So we don't run it too fast. I go about 6.5, and it actually does better. I feel it does better as far as just making the ground a lot smoother. I guess when you're tearing up corn stalks and stuff like that, you do want to run a little bit faster over an angle, but it's so rough, we don't want to beat our equipment to death, but it still makes it, even though you get the wings locked and everything locked down, it still bounces. You can watch it like that. So we found at like 6.5 is about the fastest you can run without the turbo still moving. Even though that thing has tons and tons of weight on it, it is, she will bounce a little bit. So we just slow down and it levels it off real nice and pretty and mixes everything in. But I'll get out and I'll see if I can find any vetch out here. We got a little bit of wheat seed mixed in with it to run it out through the fender. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. See what kind of job she's doing. I did have to fix a bearing this morning, but we had 2 bearings left on this thing that was the old style, and they're both on that end, and luckily it was an end bearing, so I fixed it by myself. It was very easy to do. I did leave the inside bearing on the gang wasn't bad, so I didn't change that one over. So we have 1 old bearing left on this turbo till that we have to fix. But as you can see, it does a really good job just mixing stuff in. Basically all we're doing is just turning it up a little bit. I got it set about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So these little seeds are black. You can see the wheat seed in here. Oh, here it is. Here's vetch right here. This little guy right here is vetch. I just dropped it. Daggone it. Well, I'll find another one. But you're only supposed to put 20 pounds to the acre on a vetch, and we couldn't. You can't get the spinner down that low to do that, so we mix it in with a little bit of wheat, and so it would kind of average it out. And we did close the door. We closed her up quite a bit. She's barely open, but vetch should give us about 180 pounds of nitrogen to the acre. We're going to let the stuff grow as tall as it can, plant into it, and then spray it, kill it. That's the goal anyway. So we've never done vetch, but I've been wanting to do it for a long time, reading up on it, and I only hope that the wheat doesn't smother it out. We didn't mix a lot of wheat in there, but I don't want the wheat to smother it out. I didn't want wheat in it, but the boss man, he thinks that's the way to go. I don't want wheat at my farm. I want just straight vetch. Because when wheat starts growing, it smothers every other thing out. That's why it's a good weed control for cover crop, because it will smother everything else out. I just hope it doesn't smother the vetch out. because the Vetch is not cheap. So let's just hope that it doesn't do it. So I'll put you on the back here, see if we can't get some good shots. camera out, but there's my brother. He is spinning. I am turning. I do have the GoPro today, trying to get some better shots. Of course, the other camera is making that humming noise, so sorry if you're getting the humming on the video, but it is what it is. So, I'm trying to get another one. I'm using this one and that one. I don't have to choose, so I do a lot of video on my phone, and for some reason the phone is probably blow up or something, I don't know. So I'm trying not to video that as much as I can. I'll use the GoPro. Still not used to just carrying it around all the time and doing a whole bunch of stuff with it. But today, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we're back to putting wheat in today. We got 90 some acres here on this farm we got to do. We're turboing it in. We got my brother on the sprinter, and Pop back there on the big tractor to do some working it up. And actually get more beans out to put more vetch in. We got caught up with that today, all of our cover crop, vetch and stuff. So, you get this right here is the last bit of wheat we're going to put in, and then we'll have, I think, 500 acres of wheat roundabout. So, we wanted 50 acres, but this is 90 acres. So, this is actually a farm we did put beans in behind corn, and it just missed the rain. The beans were actually low. We're starting to get pods on them, but we weren't sure that they were actually going to make it through. We got cold to do anything. So some of them look good, some of them didn't. The price of beef fuel instead of running out here for small bushels. I figured just put in work done what we did. So just what them chances you take. We still got some pretty after corn beans at the farm, but we've actually worked a lot of them up, turned them into wheat ground. So that frost that we had last week, the 2 days of it kind of hit them. I think with this warm weather and the rain we've had, they would have pulled out of it, but there's just not much more time to give them to produce. I don't think they would have time to produce more pods because, it's getting cold. It's almost November, so it is what it is. We'll see how the rest of them, if we left, go, but this is what it is now. We're putting wheat in. I think if we hadn't got that 2 day of frost, and now it's supposed to be warm for 2 or 3 weeks, they would have actually done something really well. But then 2 days of frost, it wouldn't have had any frost, but it was just enough to hurt them. And I don't know if they were going to pull out of it or not, so we wanted to get a little bit more wheat in, so we just went in. This is a good wheat farm anyway. So, go ahead and try it here. Get this done, and we'll be done with wheat. We got, hopefully we can start cooking beans by tomorrow again. Get rolling on in, get some more ground, and put some more cover crop in. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Well, we're still going strong. I've covered about 70 acres so far on this field. Got about, let's see here, I don't know, 20 left, I guess. There's my brother there. He is still putting weed on. I just about caught him. I think he's got to go fill up again, so we'll probably just put it tonight and I'll finish it first thing in the morning. Good job leveling. What we're probably going to do is finish this in the morning and then probably get the combine out and put it on the field. I'm hoping we can cut beans tomorrow. tomorrow afternoon. There's a couple guys that are coming tonight. I think they're just out testing control the frame and see how everything is. So we will probably just in the morning and probably cut meat by 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. See how that goes. Load everything up for Sunday anyway. We're usually from 7 to 5 on Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, 7 to 5, so that's good. So I think it's supposed to rain some next week, so we can get a couple loads out here and there. That'll definitely be a big help. Still got the beard going on. Miss Eastern Shore Farmer, she is in Ohio now. We'll get on next week. So at the house all to ourselves. Me and the cat. And we'll probably get dirty and junky. I will clean. Do yell when she gets home. But we're farming right now. So like, subscribe, and just watch. That's all I ask for. Alright.